Bonjour à tous et bienvenue sur notre chaîne. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's a pleasure to see you again today. As I told you last time that I'm going to divide the lesson about family in two parts. So today we are going to learn the second part where you will learn about your in-laws and you will learn about your extended family, and at the end of this lesson you will learn new vocabulary that how will you introduce your family members to anyone. If you are watching me for the first time, then my name is Khezran and I'm your French teacher. Let's get started. So firstly, we are going to say about in-laws. How will you say in-laws in French? You will say belle-famille, right? Which literally means beautiful family. That's great. My beautiful family. My in-laws means my beautiful family. So let's go and see the detail. First of all, we will see how will you say father-in-law. How will you say father-in-law in French? Mon beau-père. Mon beau-père, which literally means my handsome father. That sounds funny, but that is the fact. My father-in-law means mon beau-père, my handsome father, right? Okay, now let's learn my mother-in-law. Okay, my mother-in-law. How will you say that in French language? You will say ma belle-mère. As I teach you in our first part that mother means mère. So as mère, which means mother, is a feminine noun, so you will use ma belle, my beautiful mother. Let's repeat together. My mother-in-law means ma belle-mère. Okay, let's see how will you say my brother-in-law. How will you say my brother-in-law? My brother-in-law means mon beau-frère. As you learned in your previous lesson that brother means frère, which is a masculine noun. So you will use mon beau, my handsome brother. it means like that. I repeat, my brother-in-law means mon beau-frère, right? So if you have sister-in-law, then how you are going to say sister-in-law in French language? You will say ma belle-sœur. As you learned in your previous lesson that sœur means sister, so you use ma belle for feminine noun. Then repeat with me, ma belle-sœur for sister-in-law, right? Now we will see about daughter-in-law and son-in-law. How will you say that in French language, right? You can say belle-fille. Daughter-in-law means belle-fille. Daughter-in-law means belle-fille because it is, again, we are talking about daughter, which is a feminine noun, so you will use belle-fille. And now for the case of son-in-law, you will say beau-fils, le beau-fils, or you could say le gendre. I repeat again, le beau-fils, which means like literally the handsome son, and or you could say le gendre. If you want to precise my daughter-in-law and my son-in-law, okay, so for my daughter-in-law you will say ma belle-fille, and for my son-in-law you will say mon beau-fils, or you could say mon gendre. Can you repeat with me? Ma belle-fille for my daughter-in-law and mon beau-fils for son-in-law, you could say mon gendre. Alright, so let's see now the extended family. I mean You can say also joint family. If you are living in a joint family or an extended family, that is like same. So you must be living with your uncle, your aunt, and with your cousin brother and cousin sisters. So let's see how you are going to say all this in French language if you are learning French for the first time. So don't leave any vocabulary. Learn more vocabulary as you can. That will increase your knowledge day by day. Right. So we are going to see this time the extended family, or you can say joint family. Let's start with your uncle. How will you say uncle in French language? For uncle you will say l'oncle. L apostrophe is there. L'oncle. And if you want to precise my uncle, then you say mon oncle. You will use mon because uncle is a masculine noun here. So you will use mon oncle, right? So for the case of aunt, what you will say, aunt means tante. Or some people say tantine. Tantine. For me personally, I prefer the word tantine. You can say la tante. If you want to precise my aunt, then you say ma tante. Let's repeat together. My uncle means mon oncle, and my aunt means ma tante. All right? Now let's see the cousin brother and cousin sister. My cousin brother, then you say mon cousin. Il est mon cousin. He is my cousin brother. Il est mon cousin. Right? And if you want to say she's my cousin sister, then you say elle est ma cousine. So cousin sister means cousine. Ma cousine. My cousin sister means ma cousine. All right? So let's repeat together. My cousin brother, what you say? Mon cousin. My cousin sister, you say ma cousine. So let's see about nephew and niece. How will you say my nephew to anyone in French language? You will say mon neveu. Repeat, mon neveu. In case of one, then you say mon neveu. U is at last you. And for case of plural, I mean to say, then you say mes neveux. X will be at the end. X will be silent. Mes neveux, right? So for niece, what you say? Ma nièce. Ma nièce. Ma nièce. Okay, let's repeat together. My nephew, what you say? Mon neveu. For my niece, ma nièce. All right? So I think that is more than enough. We already learned about grandparents in our previous lesson. So for joint family, these are enough to give in detail, I think. So as I tell you in the starting that I'm going to give you also some vocabulary on how will you introduce your family members. So let's see how will you introduce your family members to your any known. What you say? Je te présente. You will use the sentence. Je te présente. I'll take one example. Je te présente mon beau-frère. Meet my brother-in-law. If you want to tell his name, then you say, meet my brother-in-law. His name is Kevin, for an example. How will you say that in French? Je te présente mon beau-frère. Il s'appelle Kevin. Je te présente mon beau-frère. Il s'appelle Kevin. And for the case of sister-in-law, you can say, je te présente ma belle-sœur. Elle s'appelle Marie, for an example. Je te présente ma belle-sœur. Elle s'appelle Marie. Meet my sister-in-law. Her name is Marie. Marie is a name which is mostly used in French colony country, right? So now what we will see now, let's see the formal way for formal situation, right? You will say je vous présente. Je vous présente. Je vous présente mon beau-frère. Il s'appelle Kevin. Je vous présente mon beau-frère, il s'appelle Kevin. And for sister-in-law, je vous présente ma belle-sœur, elle s'appelle Marie. Meet my sister-in-law, her name is Marie. Alright? So I think each and everything is clear now. I repeat again that for joint family, you will say famille recomposée. Joint family means famille recomposée, and nuclear family means famille nucléaire. Okay, so I hope to see you in my next video, and if you didn't subscribe yet, do subscribe to not to miss any of my coming video. For the time being, see you, bye bye, au revoir et à très bientôt.